What is going on, my peoples? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm gonna continue with phase 3 of the 10 years of Marvel to see what can we get out of this, to see if Hot Toys can go back into any of these movies and redo, or at least do for the first time, one of the figures that they never put out. And kicking off phase 3, we have Captain America Civil War. And we're gonna go to the Hot Toys website to see what they put out. And this is one of the best lineups that Hot Toys have ever put out so far. Every figure here is a home run, except for you, Ant-Man. But yeah, all of these figures are really, they are the best iterations for that figure. This is the best Scarlet Witch, best Black Witch, best only one so far. Best, and except for you as well, best as well. Really cool lineup. Out of this lineup, there were two people missing from the teams, and they were on the same team to make it even worse. So we were missing Spider-Man and we were missing Vision. Why we didn't get another Vision, it is beyond me. We should have gotten another Vision, even though it looked the same. Hot Toys should have put out another Vision with the base, so you can have your the two teams, and the same with Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a little bit more complicated because they may not have the licensing for that, or they were waiting for the movie to release. Who knows? Hot Toys doesn't tell us any of this. So yeah, it's pretty. It really sucks the fact that we couldn't get all 6 members of each team, especially when you have one team with 4 and the other one had the complete 6. That really sucks. But the elephant missing from the room on this movie is Crossbone. They showed us Crossbone and they never put him out. And yes, I do want a Crossbone in my collection. So Hot Toys, get back in there in your 10-year anniversary and make a Crossbone for all of us, because there's a lot of people crying out for that figure, and I am one of them. I would absolutely get a Crossbone if they put it out, and this is your opportunity, Hot Toys, to redeem yourself and give us Crossbones. Baron Zemo, he's just a regular guy. He didn't have his outfit, so no, we don't really need Baron Zemo out of this movie. But if they decide to do him in the future, they used him again and they give him like his purple balaclava with his cool outfit, and I would absolutely love to get Baron Zemo in my collection. Not needed for this movie though. So yeah, out of this movie, Crossbones. Yeah, because luckily we got Spider-Man later on, and we had a previous Vision, so we can kind of form the teams, even though the bases are not gonna be matching, but whatever. We at least got iterations of those figures that we can purchase. But Crossbone, there is no way we can get a Crossbone in our collection. All we have is a broken helmet, and that does not suffice, Hot Toys. We do need hot Crossbones. All right, so moving on to the next film. It's going to be Doctor Strange. Oh boy, don't get me started on this film. So out of the Doctor Strange film, we only got Doctor Strange. Do you know how many interesting people was in this film? Okay, we got Wong, we got the Ancient One, we got Mordo, we got Kaecilius, and I was gonna say maybe one of his Kaecilius followers, but no, just forget about that. How many figures do you miss on this movie, Hot Toys? You miss Wong, you miss the Ancient One, you miss Mordo, and Kaecilius. 4 amazing figures. I would have gotten all of those. So should I say thank you for saving me all that money? Because I would totally get those if you still put them out today. So this is your opportunity. The ancient one is dead. So this is your opportunity to go back and do the ancient one in Caecilius. Modo still large. We could still get a Modo down the line. The same with Wong. Wong's still alive. And we can still get him. But those two, this is your opportunity to get those two out for us. So yeah, I want all those 4 of those figures I would have gotten. And I will still get them today. And if they decided to put them out. So big miss on Doctor Strange, in my opinion. At the same time, the miss alternative outfits for Doctor Strange they could have used when he was training and all that, but I don't really care about that. This is the outfit that I would have gotten with all those other characters they completely missed for whatever reason they have. So not cool. Get back in there and give us those figures. Me want him. Moving on to the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And we are getting into a territory here with they don't need to use the 10-year card because they're still putting out figures for this movie. We recently got the announcement for Gamora and we are still waiting on Drax. So let's go to see what we have gotten so far. We have gotten the best that we got out of this movie. What the hell is the Iron Man doing here? Exclusive version? Somebody really needs to check this out. This guy is not on this film that I recall. So yeah, let's just ignore whatever's going on here. Let's just ignore that. We have there's more on the bottom. So we got Rocket. We got Star-Lord. We got 1x1 life-size scale Baby Groot. We have the best thing that came out of this movie, and it's Yondu. Really amazing figure. I got mine a couple of days ago, and it's just a work of art. Like I said in other videos, easily for me figure of the year. Really like that Yondu. Amazing. Everything is on point when it comes to that figure. Really cool. And we got Gamora, and we are still waiting on the announcement of Drax, which we'll know he's coming. I want the blue pants. I have been saying for a long time. I really want those blue pants. They're gonna stand out. Really nice. So yeah, besides Drax that we kind of know that we're getting him, who else? Well, the answer is obvious. Nebula and Mantis. Those two figures, they absolutely need to get done. I don't care for Star-Lord's dad. I forgot his name right now. But Nebula and Mantis, those two figures I do want, and they're missing out if they don't put them out for this. Nebula has been in so many movies already, and Mantis has already been in 2 movies, and I'm sure she's gonna be in more movies coming down the line. So really easy figures to put out. There's nothing too complicated about those two figures, especially with Mantis. And Nebula, one of the most expected figures for me. Hopefully they show her at this San Diego Comic-Con. If they do her in this Comic-Con, they're gonna blow my mind, because I'm really looking forward to her. Ego is I don't care for Ego, really. Hot Toys don't bother with Ego. Nobody's gonna get him. But Nebula and Mantis, people are gonna get those two. So yeah, get to work on those. And this girl back here, the golden girl, I don't think a lot of people's gonna be getting her as well. I wouldn't get her personally, so I don't really care for that figure. But again, Mantis, Nebula, get to work, Hot Toys. We're coming to Spider-Man Homecoming. Oh man, another touchy subject. What have you given us out of this movie, Hot Toys? And we have gotten quite a few, but not everything that we wanted. We got the homemade suit, we got the tech suit, with a bunch of accessories. If you get the deluxe edition, you got the Iron Man. This one is finally on the right place, not on the Guardians of the Galaxy, but on his, the movie that he should be. And the big elephant missing from this room is obviously Shocker. Where is Shocker? No, it's Vulture. God damn it, do I want that Vulture? I dream about it every day. I dream that UPS knocking on my door and there's a box and it says Vulture on the outside, and I open it and there is spider web on the inside. There's nothing, it's empty, and I woke up on a cold sweat because Hot Toys has not put out a goddamn Vulture, even though every possible Hot Toys collector out there wants it. So what are you waiting for, Hot Toys? Get to work and give us Vulture. You're raising the prices already. Just put a price on it. Put a price on Vulture's head and I will get him. I'm about to say something that I'm gonna get crucified in the comments for this, but I am willing to sacrifice Michael Keaton's head if it means that we can get a Vulture with the helmet and only one head sculpt. All right? Do I want Michael Keaton to say, absolutely I do, of course I do. But if it means that he's not giving his likeness for whatever reason, or it's too expensive to get his likeness, but we can get the suit this other way, like Deadpool, that we all thought that we were gonna get the Ryan Reynolds head sculpt, and we did in the second time around, but we at least got the figure. I would totally sacrifice this guy likeness in order to get an entire Vulture figure with a helmet on. It doesn't look like anybody. You're gonna need less permissions to do that. I'm absolutely sure about that. So yeah, Vulture out of this. It's just my dream figure. If they decide ever to put this figure out, I don't have to tell you guys. I would absolutely get it day one. Forget coupons and discounts. I will get him day one as soon as it goes up. So yeah, out of this movie as well, I mentioned Shocker, and yes, I would totally get Shocker. Shocker, I really like how they did him when it came to the how much he looks for compared to the comics. You know, where he's yellow traditional jacket, I would say. Yeah, it's kind of like a jacket, yeah. And his traditional punching gauntlets that he has. Let's just say that they're gauntlets or whatever they are. But really cool. I really like him, and I would totally get him. I don't know. They didn't use that on the movie, but when they were filming, I saw a couple of scenes that were filming, and he had a full gear, like he had the helmet and everything. His face was covered, and it's exactly like he looks in the comics, and I would totally get that figure as well. I don't think they will ever get it, but even though if they don't get that one with the helmet and he's just the guy with his face exposed, but he has the the jacket with the gauntlets and all that, I would totally get him as well. But yeah, the big guy here is Vulture, and I will absolutely love to have Vulture. I cannot stop rambling about that shit. So yeah, Vulture, guys, you're missing on Vulture. Get back here and do it. So moving up past Spider-Man, we have Thor Ragnarok. Let's see what we have gotten so far with Thor Ragnarok. And Thor Ragnarok, we gotten quite a few figures. We got the Gladiator Thor, which looks really good. We have the Gladiator Hulk, which looks amazing. We have the Rowan Thor, which is how he looks at the beginning of the movie, really nice. We have the Loki. It was firstly announced as blue with the blue outfit, but now they went back to green because I guess people like that green. I was gonna get the blue outfit because color and all that, but since they went back to green, I already have a green Loki, so I don't need him anymore. So thank you, Hot Toys, so for saving me money right there. And they put out Hela, which is, in my opinion, the best addition we have gotten out of this line so far. And I say so far because they're gonna get, they already showed us last year, that's how long it has been, Valkyrie. And even though the Valkyrie that they showed is not the one that I wanted, I am going to get that Valkyrie regardless, because I am all about getting new characters and characters that have never been done before. And I will absolutely get that Valkyrie. But the Valkyrie that I really want, the Valkyrie that is missing from this movie, is the Valkyrie that she's dressed in white. That would be a super cool figure to have. The dress in white Valkyrie with the blue cape. Really, really nice looking figure. And I will be all over her in no time. Hopefully we get both versions. We get like the... like when she's, you know, all trashy version, she's getting drunk and all that and scavenging for gladiators. And just that when with her Valkyrie outfit, that is when she's Valkyrie, right? And the other time she's not. She's just bounty hunter, let's just say. When she gets her outfit, that's when she's Valkyrie, right? So really, really cool. Really, really looking forward to that figure. Another figure that we can get out of this line is well, Heimdall is again on this movie. I don't like how he looks in this movie because he's just like in the shadows and hiding and all that. He doesn't have his cool helmet, so that's not the Heimdall I want. I want the other Heimdall with the helmet and all that. So yeah, not Heimdall. I was thinking about Surtur. Surtur would be a really, really cool figure, but he's just so tall that it's gonna be difficult to make him into a Hot Toys and make him fit in your collection. So yeah, I don't think he is gonna be ever get done. And the other one could be the collector's brother. I forgot his name. Oh my god, I forgot his name. Well, you guys know Jeff Goldblum. You guys know who I'm talking about. And yeah, it would be cool to have him. If they put him out, I don't think I'm gonna get him. But yeah, it would be really nice. It's not necessary. It's not absolutely necessary to get that guy out, even though it would be really, really cool to have him. And another thing is missing from this movie is a Hulk, how he looks at the end with the short hair, like the new face that Hulk has now, and just wearing his traditional look is missing from this movie, from this line. They could totally give us that, and they don't have to do much. They already have the face. They already have, it's essentially this Hulk with pants, and that's it. And the brand new face they have gotten for us. Super easy to pull off, and maybe Hot Toys decides to do that, and that would be really cool. Maybe a good upgrade to whoever has one of the older Hulks, or somebody that doesn't have a Hulk at all, and it doesn't want to go for the Gladiator Hulk because it's just too scene specific. So yeah, white Valkyrie, dressed in white, blue cape out of this line. Give it to me now, I'll buy it. So moving on to the next movie, and that is going to be Black Panther. Oh man, Black Panther. I have to say, I am really happy so far with the line for Black Panther. They have gotten us 3 figures, which I am going to be getting all 3 of them. I am going to be getting all 3 of these figures, but Black Panther had so many cool characters they have missed on them, and they are right here. I would have loved seeing this outfit for Killmonger. This outfit looks really, really amazing, and this hairdo and everything. I just really, really love this outfit, and I would like to see that done. I would have liked to see Don Claw. I love his character, and I really didn't like the fact that he got killed off in the movie. I would have liked to see, hopefully they bring him back somehow, because that is really amazing character, and I would like to see him done justice on a better movie, on a better role later down the line. This was a really great movie, but it didn't serve him. He served a purpose in the movie, so unfortunately they had to kill him to fulfill that purpose, and I didn't like that. That was the only thing I didn't like about the movie. They killed my beloved Claw. But anyways, it would be really cool to have a figure of him, even though he's just a guy on a suit. But once you get his hand and you start doing like attachments to the hand, he becomes a completely interesting figure from that point on. Especially if you do like the damage he has here on the forehead, and he has a beard, and he's an old man, and I'm sure the Hot Toys can knock this head skull out of the park. Another of the figures they can do Shuri, they can do Okoye, they can do Nakia. So many figures they could have done out of this line. They could still do. They surprised us with T'Chaka. So, but yeah, definitely I would have loved to see this guy, Okoye, Shuri, absolutely. And in order for me to Nakia, I will have to get all these two. If I get these two, then give me Nakia. But don't just give me Nakia, because I will not get her on her own. But if you give me these two, then yes, I will complete the set with Nakia as well. So a lot of potential out of the Black Panther movie to work with. I don't think they're gonna do much more than what they have done, but the potential is there. So we're going to move on. The next and biggest movie we have gotten in Avengers history, or in the Marvel Cinematic Universe history, and we have gotten many of these figures up for pre-order, but there's still quite a few that we haven't gotten. And about those, we have Bucky. Bucky is surprisingly one of the most sought out figures for this movie. I have comments every day talking about Bucky, how much people want to get this Bucky. He was like 2 minutes in the movie, but for some reason people are so attached to him, including myself, I have to say. His outfit looks really cool. His new arm looks really badass with the vibranium and the golden accent. And Hot Toys, at this point we're not talking about the 10 year anymore, because it's a very recent movie and that they're still releasing figures for this movie. So yeah, but Bucky, absolutely number one on the list. They have to do Bucky, otherwise they're gonna be riots outside Secret Base if they never put on a Bucky from this movie, because a lot of people waiting for him. Another figure that they're gonna release and it's gonna be super successful is this guy right here. Even though he was not big on the movie, that War Machine looks absolutely badass, and people is gonna be all over that War Machine. Really nice looking armor. Another of the figures that we already touched upon, Nebula, which is right here. We have Mantis, which is right here. They could release those for Volume 2, Guardians of the Galaxy. Another figure they could release for this movie is Armored Thanos. They could release that figure. Another figures they can release is the entire Black Order, which I'm waiting for eagerly to see if they release Proxima Midnight, Ebony Maw, Corvus Glaive. Cool Obsidian, I don't think he's gonna get done because it's just too big, but maybe Hot Toys decides to do him. I don't think so, and I'm afraid that not making him will hinder not making the others, but they already showed us Corvus Glaive, so I'm super excited about that. Captain America is coming with Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight Spear, so there you can see this work done towards that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward for the Black Order. I'm gonna be getting definitely Proxima Midnight, Corvus Glaive, and Ebony Maw, because they kicked ass in the movie, especially Ebony Maw, which was my least expected one to kick ass, and he was the best one by far. really like that guy. There were so many characters on this movie. They can do Red Skull, they can do you name it. There is so many people on this movie that so many variations of the outfits, but so far they have done a pretty good job with everything they have done. So I'm pretty happy with this line. Just give us Bucky, give us War Machine, Nebula and Mantis, give those from the Volume 2. If you're gonna do Okoye, don't do it from this movie, do her from the Black Panther movie. Same for Shuri. And yeah, there's a lot of characters in this movie that we can get a figure from. So, but they're still working on it. There is no need to go back here, and it's just don't put it aside. Keep working on it, and that will be fine. So, moving on to the next film, which recently released, and I went to see it. It was amazing. Let's see what we have gotten so far for this movie. I forgot to come here to the to the Avengers, but we all know what we have gotten, right? We all know what we have gotten. Just this is a quick look here. I'm gonna give you guys a quick look of everything we have gotten, and we already talked about everything that we are looking forward in this film. So going back to Ant-Man and the Wasp, I mean, this movie, they just released it, these two figures. And what else can we get out of this movie? What else do I want out of this movie? Well, I absolutely want Ghost out of this movie. She was really badass. I really like her character. I like her outfit, and I think there's a high chance that we can see a Ghost coming towards us. Hopefully, the movie does really well on this weekend, so Hot Toys gets an eye on that and see how many people like this movie, so we can get our own Ghost. And going back to the original Ant-Man, I would like to see Janet Van Dyne, original Wasp, get done, and the original Ant-Man was already released, the outfit. It doesn't have to have Michael Douglas' face underneath, because it was never shown in the movie. So yeah, the same with Janet Van Dyne. They don't even need this is not the outfit I want. If they release it, I will totally get her. But the outfit that I really want is that red outfit back in the days when she sacrificed herself for that city that they were trying to avoid getting the missile. So yeah, guys, this is all the figures that we have gotten so far, all the figures that we are missing. This is phase 3. We're still working on it. We have Marvel, Captain Marvel ahead of us. We have Avengers 4 ahead of us, wrapping up this season 4. It's been this phase 4 is this phase 3. Damn it! It's been an incredible ride. We don't have that many figures that that I want personally, but there's quite a few, but not many as I thought there would be. I thought they missed a lot more figures, but there weren't that many. But hopefully Hot Toys gets to work on those, and so we can get it in our collections as soon as possible. So get to it, Hot Toys. Let's try to do a recap here at the top of my head. I want Heimdall, Nebula, Ronan, Vulture, Mantis, original Wasp. I want Ghost. I want Bucky Barnes from Infinity War. I want Ulysses Claw. I want the Ancient One, Wong, Caecilius. I want Mordo. Yeah, there's quite a few figures. There's quite a few figures they missed that I want. So yeah, put them in the comments below. What are the figures that you missed on all these 3 phases that you want to see Hot Toys go back in them, in there, and getting those figures done for you guys? yeah, I'm super interesting to know. We have to get vocal around this. Maybe Hot Toys, if we're loud enough, Hot Toys will hear us and we'll get to do those figures that we really like, because they're gonna know there is a market for those figures. So yeah, it would be really cool if they get to do them. So put on the comments below, what are your particular figures that you want to see get done from the entire Marvel Universe 10 years. So I'll be answering all your questions and all your comments below, and try not to be a stranger on the channel. I will see you around.